Lesson 4. Vocabulary in Context. Read each context card. Ask a question that uses one of the vocabulary words. Insects. Ants, flies, and bees are all insects. They all have 6 legs. Dangerous. Be careful. A bee sting can be dangerous. It makes some people sick. Scare. Cockroaches will run away if you scare them. They frighten easily. Sticky. A spider web is sticky. Bugs get caught and they can't fly away. Rotten. A housefly eats rotten or spoiled food. Screaming. If you see a wasp, walk away quietly. Don't run away screaming. Breeze. A ladybug came in when a breeze blew open the window curtains. Judge. Look carefully before you judge or decide what this picture shows. Read and comprehend. Cause and effect. Some people see a spider and get scared. The two events are linked. Seeing the spider is the cause. Becoming scared is the effect. Look at the words and pictures in a story to figure out what happens and why. You can use a chart like the one below to list causes and effects. Cause, effect. Summarize. Stop to tell important events as you read. Preview the topic. Getting along with others. Diary of a Spider is a made-up story about a spider who is friends with a fly. Think about why it might be hard for a spider and a fly to be friends. For one thing, a fly spends a lot of time in the air, but a spider can't fly. Also, a fly might get caught in a spider's web. Spider and fly have fun together even though they are different. They learn to work around their differences to get along together. Target skill. Cause and effect. Tell how one event makes another happen. Genre. Humorous fiction is a story that is written to make the reader laugh. As you read, look for characters who do or say funny things, events that would not happen in real life. Meet the author, Doreen Cronin. 2 spiders have moved into Doreen Cronin's office, but she says she cannot bring herself to get rid of them. If you like Diary of a Spider, check out Mrs. Cronin's other books, Diary of a Worm and Diary of a Fly. Meet the illustrator, Harry Bliss. Whenever Harry Bliss visits classrooms, he asks students to scribble on the board. He then turns their scribbles into an animal, a tree, or a cartoon character. This scribble game helps kids use their imagination. Diary of a Spider. Essential question. How do good friends act? March 1st. Today was Grandparents' Day at school, so I brought Grandpa with me. He taught us 3 things. 1. Spiders are not insects. Insects have 6 legs. 2. Without spiders, insects could take over the world. 3. Butterflies taste better with a little barbecue sauce. March 16. Grandpa says that in his day, flies and spiders did not get along. Things are different now. This is awesome! March 29th. Today in gym class, we learned how to catch the wind so we could travel to faraway places. Next. When I got home, I made up flashcards so I could practice. 1. Climb high. 2. Release silk. 3. Catch wind. Fly made up her own flashcard. 1. Fly. I'm starting to see why Grandpa doesn't like her. April 1st. I went to the park with my sister today. We tried the seesaw. It didn't work. Analyze the text. Cause and effect. Why does the seesaw not work? Use the illustration to help you. We tried the tire swing. It didn't work. We spun a huge sticky web on the water fountain. That worked. Eek! April 12th. Today was safety day at school. We learned that vacuums eat spiders' webs and are very, very dangerous. If we hear a vacuum, we should stop, drop, and run. Stop what we're doing. Drop from the web. Run like crazy. April 13th. We had a vacuum drill today. I stopped what I was doing, forgot where I was going, and ran screaming from the room. Help! We are having another drill tomorrow. April 17th. I'm sleeping over at Worm's house tonight. I hope they don't have leaves and rotten tomatoes for dinner again. May 7th. Mom said I was getting too big for my own skin, so I molted. That is so gross. May 8th. Today was show and tell, so I brought in my old skin. My teacher called on it to lead the Pledge of Allegiance. You there, why don't you get us started? June 5th. Daddy Longlegs made fun of Fly because she eats with her feet. Now she won't come out of her treehouse. I'm going to find him and give him a piece of my mind. June 6th. I found Daddy Longlegs. He is a lot bigger than I thought he was. I gave him a piece of my lunch instead. June 7th. Fly's treehouse blew away in the wind today. So did Grandpa. June 18th. I got a postcard from Grandpa today. June 30th. Grandpa came home today. I couldn't wait to hear about how he rode the winds all the way over the ocean. Turns out he caught a breeze to the airport and napped in first class. Analyze the text. Personification. What does Grandpa do that makes him seem like a person? Use the words and the pictures to help you answer. July 2nd. Fly came over to play today. She got stuck in our web, and her mom had to come get her. Grandpa laughed a little too hard. From now on, we have to play at Fly's house. Hi, Mom. July 9th. Today was my birthday. Grandpa decided I was old enough to know the secret to a long, happy life. Never fall asleep in a shoe. July 16th. Things I scare. 1. Fly's mom. It wasn't his fault, Mom. 2. Tiny bugs. 3. People using water fountains at the park. July 17. Things that scare me. 1. Daddy long legs. 2. Vacuums. 3. People with big feet. August 1st. I wish that people wouldn't judge all spiders based on the few spiders that bite. I know if we took the time to get to know each other, we would get along just fine, just like me and Fly. Comprehension. How to analyze the text. Use these pages to learn about cause and effect and personification. Then read Diary of a Spider again. Use what you learn to understand it better. Cause and effect. Diary of a Spider is a funny story about Spider and his friend Fly. In the story, one event makes another happen. For example, Spider gets too big for his skin, so he sheds it. Spider getting too big is the cause. Spider shedding his skin is the effect. When you read, ask questions about the words and pictures to figure out what happens and why. Use a chart to list the text evidence of causes and effects. Cause, effect. Personification. Sometimes an author will make animals or objects in a story act or speak like people. For example, an animal might wear clothing that a person would wear. This is called personification. Look back at page 111. Spider makes flashcards to help him study. Since spiders don't write, this is an example of personification. Your turn. Return to the essential question. Turn and talk. How do good friends act? Find text evidence from the words and pictures in the story. Talk about your ideas with a small group. Let everyone take a turn speaking. Classroom conversation. Now talk about these questions with the class. 1. What events in the story cause other events to happen? 2. What problems do Spider and Fly work around in order to be friends? 3. What are some important lessons that Spider learns? Explain your answer with text evidence. Write about reading. Response. By the end of the story, Spider has learned many important things. Write about one important lesson that spider learns. Give text evidence to tell why you think it is important. Writing tip. Use the word because to link your reasons to your opinion. Fable genre. A fable is a short story in which a character learns a lesson. The moral of a fable is the lesson that a character learns. As you read, find the moral of the story. A swallow and a spider. A fable from Aesop, retold by Sheila Higginson. Cast of characters. Narrator, spider, swallow. Narrator. A spider sat in her sticky web, waiting for dinner. Spider. I hope some insects will stop by soon. Narrator. Spider heard the buzz of flies floating in the breeze. Swallow. Look at those juicy flies. Narrator. Before the flies could reach her web, they were scooped up in Swallow's beak. Spider. Swallow is a pest. I will show him what I can do. Narrator. Spider worked for a whole week. She spun a huge web. Spider. Swallow doesn't scare me. I may be small, but I am dangerous too. Narrator. Spider put some berries in the middle of the web. Spider. Swallow will smell these berries. Then he will get stuck in my net. Narrator. Spider watched and waited and watched. Swallow. I smell something delicious. Those berries are just waiting for me. Spider. Those berries aren't for you. Don't eat them. They are rotten. Narrator. Swallow scooped up the berries and flew right through Spider's web. He didn't even hear Spider screaming at him. Spider. I can judge what I am good at doing. I am good at building webs to catch insects, but I am not a good bird catcher. I will go back to my web to wait for a juicy fly. Compare texts. Text to text. Compare and contrast spider and fly in Diary of Spiders Are Friends. How is this different from how the characters feel about each other in A Swallow and a Spider? Share your thoughts with a partner. Text to self. Think about the moral. Think about the moral in A Swallow and Spider. Does this moral apply to your life? Why? Or why not? Discuss your thoughts and feelings about it with a partner. Text to world. Connect to science. Make a poster to teach your classmates about real spiders. Talk with a partner about what the spiders are like in Diary of a Spider and A Swallow and a Spider. Use the stories or science books to help you. Grammar. What is a noun? A noun is a word that names a person, an animal, a place, or a thing. People. Grandfather, girl, friend, animals. Spider, fly, bird. Places. Home, school, park. Things. Web, vacuum, tomato. Try this. Work with a partner. Find the noun in each sentence. Tell whether it is a person, an animal, a place, or a thing. 1. Our swing did not move. 2. The worm sleeps. 3. My teacher is nice. 4. The airport is big. When you write, use exact nouns to paint a picture in your reader's mind. An exact noun gives more information about a person, an animal, a place, or a thing. Noun, exact nouns. Man, brother, grandfather, teacher. Animal, spider, butterfly, cat. Place, park, playground, school. Connect grammar to writing. As you revise your true story next week, look for nouns you could replace with exact nouns. Narrative writing. Ideas. The main idea is the most important part of a true story. All of the details in your story should connect to the main idea. The details should describe action, thoughts, and feelings of the characters. Kevin made a list of ideas for his true story. He decided which idea would make the best story. Then he made an idea web for his true story. Exploring a topic. Basketball, my sister's cat, video games, me in the author's chair, why I don't like to practice piano. Writing process checklist. Pre-write. What is the most important idea of my story? What details tell about what happened? Do all the parts of the story connect to the main idea? Is there anything that doesn't belong? Draft, revise, edit, publish, and share. Idea web. My turn in the author's chair. Reading my story about Uncle Lee and the spider. Nervous about reading my story. Practicing in front of my family. Class claps for my story. Reading as a writer. How do Kelvin's details in the author circles connect with the main idea? Which details will you use to connect with your main idea? I added details to the web that connect to the main idea.